Streaming is the secret weapon to grow your YouTube channel fast. Since I've started live streaming on YouTube, my subscriber count has improved significantly, as have the watch hours, and it also helps me be more natural to the camera. In this video, I'm going to talk about the free apps that I use, how I stream, what I stream, and at the very end, I'm going to give you an extra tip that I discovered on my streaming journey. So the first app I'm going to talk about is Streamlabs. So Streamlabs actually has no barrier to entry. You don't need a minimum requirement of subscribers that YouTube does. That's how I started using Streamlabs. But since I've been streaming, I've actually achieved that subscriber minimum threshold, and I tried using the YouTube mobile app, and actually Streamlabs has a superior stream. It's not as jumpy or as glitchy. So I've just stuck to the Streamlabs app. I also like the interface of the Streamlabs app more than the actual YouTube one. It's just a better user experience for me personally. Maybe that's because using Streamlabs at the start, it seemed a bit more difficult to navigate, but now I've gotten used to it. I also like that when you go into Streamlabs and you go to go live, it remembers your previous stream. So sometimes some of my streams, if I'm doing like an editing stream, it could be over a series of days. So that information is still stored for the next time that I go into the app. The next app I'm going to talk about is OBS. Now OBS is for desktop. It actually has a lot more that you can do with it, but I'm just using it for streaming and sometimes screen recording. What I use it for is when I'm on the train and I can't set up my camera to record myself. So I'll just record the screen while I'm doing an editing, and I'll just do an edit watch along. Now the final free application that I'm going to tell you about, you might have heard of it, ChatGPT. ChatGPT. I thought it was ChatGPT for ages. ChatGPT. Like every man and his dog, I've started using it. The prompts I'll use is, I'll tell it what I am going to record, and then I'll ask it to make a title and a description to improve the SEO for a live stream. I can do this myself, but it would just take a bit longer, and it's just so quick to use ChatGPT. If you're not using it, I'd highly encourage you to get on board and try and use it. So how I stream. When I started streaming, I was streaming horizontally because I am a purist. But then I stumbled across somebody saying that if you stream vertically, your stream will appear on the YouTube Shorts feed. I tried this one time and my live stream just got boosted exponentially, so I've never looked back. Now I still do stream horizontally, like I said, when I'm on the train, but that's just because that's the way OBS is set up. It's for a desktop view. There is a third-party plugin, but I kind of like that watch along if I am going to record my screen, just because Premiere is in a horizontal format. If I was to do the plugin and do it vertically, I think it just wouldn't work as well. What I stream. So my girlfriend and I started doing movie reviews for YouTube, and I thought if I was to live stream the behind the scenes, the full raw bloopers and all, that would be a way to appeal to more people, and it would also boost the watch hours without doing any extra work. Now at the start I was engaging with the audience in between takes, or we do an intro, but it actually didn't have any benefits to it. It actually slowed down the whole process. So I reimagined my strategy for live streaming, and it's just watch along content. So I do watch along content for all aspects of the production. So I do like a watch along of setting up the space. I do a watch along of the behind the scenes recording. I'm actually live streaming it right now. And then I do a watch along of editing. In the description and the title, I put in that it is just a watch along, and that there will be no interaction with the audience. Now sometimes when there's comments, I do respond to the comments, but it's not actually any extra work, and it doesn't slow down my process at all. In fact, when I do the editing watch alongs, it actually keeps me more honest, because if I get to a section that I found difficult, or I get frustrated, or sometimes if I've achieved like a milestone in the edit, regularly I click off and I go onto social media and I get distracted. But if I know there's someone watching on the live stream watch along, it'll actually keep me in the edit longer. It's actually made me more productive. Now the live streaming, like I said, it's just all aspects of production, because I think I want to keep that in line with the YouTube channel. I don't want to do like cooking or watch me sleep, nothing like that yet. That being said, I do have to build an IKEA wardrobe over the weekend, so that might get live streamed. So a tip that I've stumbled upon in my live streaming journey that has really improved the numbers and the watch hours on my live streams is what I do in the title is I put a camera emoji followed by live in capital letters, watch me, and then I put in whatever activity I'm doing. I get ChatGPT to write the rest of the title and also the description, and the prompt I'll give it is I'll say what I'm doing, and then if I have a script written out or even if it's just bullet points, I'll put this in, this is the content of the video, and then please write me a title and a description. Like, I can't emphasize enough how much that has improved people clicking onto the video and watching it. Just camera emoji, live, watch me. So then it's very clear that it is just a watch along and people can watch it passively and not expect bells and whistles or magic tricks and engage in entertainment. My ambition was to not make any extra work for myself and to get the most out of stuff that I'm already doing. Even if it is 2 or 3 people tuning in to watch me edit, I would have been editing anyway. And even if it is, like I said, 2 or 3 people to watch me record this video, I was going to record this video anyway, and it all just adds up to that 4,000 watch hours. Since I've started doing this over the last few months, I'm getting so much closer to the 1,000 subscribers and also the 4,000 watch hours. And if you'd like to help that charge, if you could hit that subscribe button, it'd really make a difference. And also, if you'd like to learn how to take better video on your iPhone, click this video right here. And as always, thanks for coming.